let me. When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I would.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
I smell fear in that.
On first down, Locke. Washington's got it. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
13. Hey, Delta. Hey, gun.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check 24. Check 24. Switch it. Hey, gun.
On second and goal, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Luck. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Block on 3rd down. Going top shelf for Smith. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing again is Lott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Mostert. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. One, Omaha. One, Omaha. Go ahead.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lott. And he slings one that's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now it's Lott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Motion.
This is Mostert. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check pass. Under 10. 10. Go ahead. Check on right.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, yeah.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 54.
Out of the gun. Lott. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Dee Ford in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Check Mike 54.
Here's Luck. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. Easy, let it work.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the run. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
11Z.
Rip left.
From the gun, here's Love. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
Kill. On. Tight dog. Check. Fresno.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers 20-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter. Check. Walk 54. Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Luck. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. A shotgun snap for Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Close.
Mike 5-4. Blue Dan.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, watch out. Check, right.
Back to throw. Love. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing May have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Watch the screen. Check 52. Alert. Coach. 54. Mike, 54. 12. He's not
After the interception, it's Long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing is Long. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go.
Throwing on third down. Long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Benjamin. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Rush in. I got this. 12, fellas, here we go.
From the 27, Garoppolo. He gets it to Sims, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 180. Slinky, you ain't got nothing. Check 43. 21. Six. Hey, orbit. Hey, gun. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Here's Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
21. Joker. 11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
58 to Mike. Oh, yeah. Bravo. Here we go again. Here we go again. Check three. Check three. Check it.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Hey, one set. Check. Hey,
Luck now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
12, fellas. Here we go. Hey, gun.
Now a handoff looking right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it, baby.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Check 4. I got you. It's a safety creep.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Hey, alert!
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On three.
Right there, 54, right?
11 Z.
54, Mike.
Hey, deep boys.
Third and long. It's Locke. Got an open man. It's Washington. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Switch. 11.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, gun. Hey, Haywood.
55 is mine, guy. 55. Hey, tight. Check 3. Hey, look.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the back. Watch the back. Check 9.
Here's Love. Oh, he stays up and fights through 1 man. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Charlie. 55. 2. Let's go. 2. Let's go, defense. All right, who we got? 65. Hey, come on.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Get ready.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
I got you. Stay open. Check 37. 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
21. Here we go. 12. He's crashing. He's checking crack. 49. Check 49. Hey, gun. 21. Shoot. Show it.
Back to throw. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
21.
Now they try the right side here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So with a lead at 5, the book definitely says go for 2 here to try to get it to a 7-point differential.
Hey, let's go. I got you.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Go. Hey, watch that. 54. 11.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
12. I'm here all day. Hey, I 7. 12. I hope you got your rest because I'm about to take you to school. General West. Hey, check.
That's a what? Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Go ahead.
He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
54's Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
56. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One last throw here for Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.